Example 12. The transaction is paid rupees 4,800 in full settlement of rupees 5,000 due to the creditor Kirtana. The statement or the transaction means that we bought goods from Kirtana for rupees 5,000. But now we are saying I will be paying only rupees 4,800 and not rupees 5,000. It means that there is a difference of rupees 200 which is automatically to be considered as discount. Okay. So for example, when you go to shop, purchase for rupees 5,000, but you are paying only 4,800, saying this is the final amount. Okay, sometimes we bargain, right? So after bargaining we are paying only 4,800, so we get a 2,000 rupees of 200 rupees of discount. That discount whatever we receive is a profit to us because we are not going to spend that rupees of 200. So that 200 is the discount received because we are receiving the discount, so it is to be called as discount received, which is again a profit to the business because we are not going to pay that amount of rupees 200. Okay, so this is again a cash transaction because paid 4,800 is given, right? So automatically it is a cash transaction. And in this particular example or these kind of transaction will always have three accounts involved in the business, in the transaction. One is Kirtana, that is the creditor to whom we are paying. So Kirtana account, then cash account, since we are paying rupees 4,800, paid is there, right? So that 4,800 is paid in cash because it is not given as bank, so automatically it is to be treated as cash account. And the third one is discount received, that is the amount of rupees 200 which we are not going to pay, okay, which is considered as discount, right? Now, nature of accounts, Kirtana is personal account. We have to check whether Kirtana is the receiver or the giver. Since it is personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here Kirtana is the receiver, so we have to debit Kirtana's account. Then comes in cash account. Cash is a real account. So real account means debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Here cash is going out because we are paying the amount, right? We are paying rupees 4,800. So cash is going out. So it should be credited. Then discount received. Discount is always a nominal account. Since here we are receiving discount, it is a profit to us. Okay, because we are not going to pay that amount. So it is a profit to the business. So as per nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So here discount is a gain to us, so we have to credit. While writing the entry, Kirtana account debtor 5,000 which we are supposed to pay to Kirtana. So you have to write 5,000 to cash account. How much are we paying? We are paying only 4,800. Write beside the cash account in the credit column. Then to discount received, how much are we getting the discount? Rupees 200. So write the 200 rupees in the credit column and write the narration as paid Kirtana in full settlement. Okay. Example 13. Transaction. Dinesh, a customer, is declared insolvent. Insolvent means he is incapable of paying the amount. He does not have the capacity of paying the amount. Okay, he is a customer to us, which means he has got goods from us on credit. Okay, so in that case, he has to pay rupees 10,000. Okay, ma'am. But what is happening is, since he is declared insolvent, 40 paise in a rupee is received from him. Okay, that is out of 1 rupee. If he has got 1 rupee from us, he is paying us only 40 paise. Remaining 60 paise is the debt. Okay, we call it debt because he is insolvent. So whenever you see the word insolvent, bad debt is one account there. Okay, so out of 1 rupee he is going to pay only 40 paise, which means we receive cash of rupees 40 paise, but 60 paise is not going to be given or paid by Dinesh. So automatically it becomes the bad debt. Okay. Now he has to give us rupees 10,000. So 40 paise of 1 rupee means how much is for 10,000? Okay, in that case you have to write it as 10,000 into 0.40 divided by 1. So you get rupees 4,000 as the amount that we are going to receive. So for that you will write cash account. Cash is a real account. Cash is coming in. So we have to debit it. So cash account debtor rupees 4,000. How much are we not going to receive is the bad debt. This is not discount. Since the customer is insolvent, we have to consider this as bad debt. Okay. So bad debt account debtor. How much are we not going to receive? Rupees 6,000. So to Dinesh account, Dinesh is the customer who has to pay to us. Dinesh is supposed to pay 10,000. I'll repeat. Dinesh, a customer, is supposed to pay rupees 10,000, out of which he is going to pay only 4,000, and balance 6,000. Since he has become insolvent, we are not going to receive that amount. Okay. So it is called as bad debt. Any amount which is not recoverable from the customer is called a bad debt. Okay, there's a tutorial note here which says analysis of transaction, classification of accounts and rules. Okay, under accounting equation approach and traditional approach are different, but the accounts which are affected or which are involved remains the same, which means even in accounting equation we take up two accounts whatever is being affected, right? The same way here also we take the accounts whatever is being affected, but the method is different. Okay, and we are, in other words, all the accounts which are to be debited and credited as per the dual aspect concept, that is double entry system, are the same for both the approaches, but the entry how we make a loan is different. There in the accounting equation approach we will just deduct or add to the respective accounts, but here we will write the journal entries. Okay.